many third-party repair providers say that, quote, "We are losing money being part of Apple's repair program and saying they cannot compete with the tech giants' internal pricing because their pricing for parts and service is so exorbitant that, people who want to replace a screen on an iPhone 12, they're not going to spend $900 at our shop. They're just going to buy the new iPhone for $1,000. Almost like it's by design by Apple to say no one wants to repair their devices.
Yep.
Which is exactly what I warned you about 12 months ago and every single day therein before and after. Apple is doing the absolute minimum to appease right to repair opponents and lull into a false sense of security right to repair advocates to not create an environment where right to repair becomes legislation. They're saying we offer we offer our parts to third parties. Now there's a program you have to get in, you have to apply for the program, you have to order our tools and whatnot to make sure it's done to our standards because and yeah, weird as it may seem, consumers don't want to spend Apple tax prices when we know goddamn well that LCDs are $35 and that batteries are $20 and that these other, like, yeah, $50 for a battery repair, that's all well and good. $200 for a battery repair? It's $15 in lithium ion. Like, let's be really real about this.
Well, and in all honesty, too, there's that, and it's a 6-month wait period probably for these third-party people. And it's like,
also, repair shops can't hold back stock on hand. It is a one-to-one core replacement strategy. That is, if you bring us a car battery, if you want the actual price, you have to bring us your car battery so we can recycle it. And so companies can't do same-day turnaround to repair a screen or a charger or a speaker or a haptic motor or anything else that comes with this. It's a one-off process that Apple is happy to delay 2, 3, 4 weeks. So you go, you know what, screw it. I'm just going to buy an iPhone 14 and call it a day. Because it's only $300 more.
Well, even that, it's even cheaper to go just to the Apple iStore and just be like, well, it's like $20 more, but I'll get it back in 6 days.
Or I'll get it back same day and they'll just hand me a new phone.
Or that,
they'll hand me the same model phone and I pay them $120 and call it good.
Yeah, it's like, I need my phone, my laptop, whatever. Yeah, this is crap. I mean, like, what are you talking about? We're compliant. You can do this. And if you can't buy third-party things, but through us, we have to make sure.
By the way, we're also still seizing all potential replacement parts at the border. Any imports, anything that says it's for an iPhone, no, screw that. We're going to seize it as a copyright infringement, even though we're allowed to make replacement parts for parts that we didn't produce by reverse engineering. That is a 100% completely legitimate business practice to reverse engineer a product and produce your own. To be compatible with an OEM product. That's how we get PC clones. That's how we get all of these other things that pervaded the 70s, 80s, and 90s when it comes to technology.
Yep.
And Apple likes to say they are so entirely green. The greenest thing is not buying a new thing.
Yeah, I know. It's like, oh, they'll promote just hand in your old one and we'll recycle it for you. How are they recycling? And they're not going to recycle it.
They're not recycling it. That is such BS from the outset. They're taking that phone, they're shipping it to China. They are having someone repair it for about $1.75 plus $5 in raw material. They're then going to resell that phone for $700. That's their game. That's the whole.
Weren't they said to be, oh god, I saw some article like some used store, and Apple was like one of the highest stores on there for used product because they're just reselling their own used stuff at a high marked up price. I don't know. But yeah, totally, exactly. Their recycle is like, no, we know this processor, this screen, the basic hardware inside is still good. The computing parts of it is still good. Someone broke the screen. Well, the screen's $50 for us. And yeah, let's go ship it off somewhere else.
But
someone.
But I'm Microsoft, and so we're going to glue the touch interface to the LCD itself, so as to not be removable. Now it's a $400 part. Oh, and by the way, you can't remove the glass from the front of the case because we also adhered that with some glue that is only known to God and his disciples, and cannot be removed by any means of man. And so. Congrats on your Surface Book, but I hope you never need a CMOS replacement.
Yeah. No. The ultra thinness of these items are fantastic. The assholeness of these companies are not. Of the way they're treating these products. And
I would take a phone that's a 1/4 inch thicker if it lasted a full 2 days. Instead of a day and a quarter.
So that was the thing. I went and so I bought my in-laws last Christmas new phones. They needed new phones.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, look, they're not smartphone people. I mean, my mother-in-law was still using a flip phone.
Right.
Just because. And but grandchildren needed pictures. They're babysitting more. They want to take pictures.
Yeah.
And text messages for them, the old style of chatting, not really working too well. So we were like, okay, what's the best way? And it was, you can just go buy the off-brand, the cheap brand Galaxy, and it's $150, $200, no, $199 a phone.
Yep.
And hardware-wise, 15% less, and it comes in a plastic case instead of a metal case. And honestly, I was sitting there thinking, I was like, the camera is basically the same, processor is very comparable. And internet, as far as speed wise, that's the exact same. I'm buying cases for mine because I've already cracked my metal case, and it's $300 to replace it. And it's like, I should have gotten the plastic one and been like, I don't give a crap about this thing.
Yeah.
The next phone I probably will get will probably just be like the off-brand version of whatever the high end. I'll spend the $200 instead of the $1,000.
I've been a huge proponent of buying previous generation Pixel A's. And so I've had a Pixel 2A, I've had a Pixel 3A, and this is now my Pixel 5A. And I bought it when the 7 came out because I could get it for like $299.
Yeah.
And I didn't buy it because I needed it. I bought it because may or may not have nuked my last phone. So new pants are awesome because instead of cargos, they're coming with like a phone pocket that's like dedicated for your phone, and so it's a little bit lower down in your thigh, and it's a fantastic place to keep your phone. And one day I didn't check that pocket, and one day my wife didn't check that pocket when she put my pants into the washer, and it went through the full wash and dry cycle, and it came out a dead Pixel 3A.
I've had that.
Yeah, like I used to be like a once every 24 months, I'm gonna get like the newest, latest, greatest, fastest phone, blah 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 blah, and eventually it's like, you know what, the camera on this one is good enough. It takes the pictures that I need. I have a nicer camera when I want to take better pictures. It surfs the web. It's a big enough screen. I can text message everyone. It does everything on it. Why do I need to spend $1,400?
Yeah, I'm not going to shoot a movie on this phone.
Right. I don't care if my new iPhone shoots ProRes. I just want to shoot a 20-second 1080p clip of my son running down the hallway. Yeah,
exactly. It's like I need something. I want to point and shoot really quick for family memories. Right. That's all I want in the thing, and I want to take decent photos. But it doesn't need to be perfect. I just like, oh, I remember that. That was great. I don't care if my son's a little blurry. And I was like, I remember, in my mind, like, oh, this is what it looked like, but this reminds me of that.
Right.
Like, that's great. That's all I care about. I was like, oh, cloud syncs or whatever.
What is the best camera ever? What is the best camera of all time?
The one I could throw away.
The one you have on you.
Yes.
Because that's the one that will capture something.
Yes.
You could have the nicest camera in the world. If it... Now, obviously, there are limitations to that. You need a camera that's good enough to capture in most situations. But it's like, yeah, I've got an A7 IV, I've got an A7 III, I've got a couple other cameras that are point and shoot wonders. But the Pixel 5a, freaking good camera. And for 85% of the situations, even in low light or no light or portrait or whatever else, gets the job done. And the best camera is the one that you have accessible. And
yeah,
I don't need all the other stuff. And we're getting a little bit into the weeds here, but smartphones no longer wow us, because all of the things that they do are now just being refined. And unfortunately, if you want to be on the bleeding edge, it's still $1,400. But your $200 smartphone that you can go pick up anywhere, no contract, blah, 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 it's a pretty freaking good phone.